So there are apparently casting decisions in Harry Potter right now. I don't want to talk about some. These one seems like it's very legitimate. The other seems like it's very speculative. And the third one, actually, I want to talk about two more after that too. There's one that is just, confirmed because of the date that we're in. And the last one is a fan favorite that people want and why I think this shouldn't happen. So let's get into it. To start, Harry Potter series eyes Mark Rylance for Dumbledore. This one seems pretty legitimate. This is confirmed by Variety. Now, they don't know if he's accepted the role or not. I haven't seen him in this much, but this fits with the theme of the movies where they're picking a lot of like British play actors. So I think that this guy could actually work. I've only really seen him in Dunkirk, and he was extraordinary in Dunkirk. I will say he's very serious of a character. I don't know for sure, even though in our Discord people were talking about how he does whimsicalness really really well. So I think that he could do this well, I guess. But I haven't seen him in any roles that he could do that in. I think he has kind of like a sparkle in his eyes. The only thing which makes me not nervous but kind of excited is that could he perform like this rage, like when he gets angry, could it be terrifying? And I think yes, because I haven't seen this guy in too much, but he seems very even keeled and calm all the time. And if anybody is really calm and relaxed like that, they actually have a little bit scary of a persona if they do end up portraying rage, which is, I think, exactly Dumbledore's character. He never shows rage, but when he does, you're terrified because he truly never shows it, and because he's like an actual great wizard. So this is the first little bit of information that we have for the actual casting of Harry Potter, which I'm kind of excited about. I think that he could do Dumbledore really well. Although I still would love Ian Holm or Ian Glenn. What's his name? Ian Holm? Nope. Ian Glenn. Yeah, this guy. This guy is my Dumbledore through and through. I think this guy would be perfect as Dumbledore. But I'm not making the casting decisions. The second one is the most speculative casting decision I've ever heard in my life. This comes from a Reddit post, and this is the entire post. Hello, even though you guys don't have much reason to believe me, my aunt's husband is a rather popular British director. We aren't that close, but when I see him, he always has a lot of exciting stories to share. Anyway, he let me know that he actually went to a party the week before where he found out the actress Sally Phillips had been approached for a role in the Harry Potter series. He doesn't know what the role is and whether she's been accepted, but it's exciting nonetheless. I did not know who Sally Phillips was. I feel like this weirdly could be true. I'm not gonna lie. And I think when I looked at the pictures of her, I think that she could do a really good Molly Weasley. I feel like they might have cast her as Molly Weasley. Some people were saying maybe Petunia as well. She has like, the height of Petunia. I think that she could be an extraordinary Molly Weasley. I don't know anything about her. I haven't seen her in a single thing. I know she's in the Bridget Jones movies. Although I will say she has a son with special needs. And something that Theo Vaughn once said that I kind of love is that he loves a woman who has someone in their family with special needs or some kind of Down syndrome or something like that, because it makes the person almost extra compassionate and extra loving. And for this woman to be cast as Molly Weasley, I feel like she could fit the bill so well. Just from looking at pictures of her, I feel like she could be Molly Weasley. She's a little old for Molly Weasley, I will say, but I think she looks really young. I think she looks like, mid to early 40s. She's really 54, I believe. But I think that she could do a really convincing Molly Weasley. They don't know anything else besides the fact that she might have been approached, and that's speculative. I'm sure this Reddit post isn't the primary source of information, but you never know. The third thing I want to talk about is this. The casting has ended as of October 31st. This is November 12th today. And so we likely have our Harry, Ron, and Hermione, which is crazy. That is so exciting to me. Like, to think that Harry, Ron, and Hermione of the series are roaming out there. Like, maybe they're at school right now, super giddy and super excited, and not able to tell all their friends that they got the role of Harry or Ron or Hermione. That's exciting to think that they are out there somewhere and that they're just hanging out. So I just wanted to kind of say my excitement for the casting being over and they're actually moving through with some stuff. Now, the casting might not necessarily be over. The calls might have come to a close, but they might still be deciding between a few Harry, Ron, and Hermione's. But we're very close to them actually making a decision on Harry, Ron, and Hermione, which I think is very exciting. I really hope it's unknown people. Those are the roles, especially I hope are unknown people. And the final one is this. One of my favorite actors of all time that everyone wants him to play Severus Snape, but I don't want him to play Severus Snape, primarily because he's not British, even though I think he could do a British actor very, very well, and because he's too old. There's this one ongoing thing that I want in these films of especially Lily, James, and Snape, and Lupin and Sirius. I want them to be age appropriate. So when Harry goes to school, I want him to be 30 years old. I want them to look young because they are young. The movies did that slightly wrong in that everyone thinks Snape is an older person. And even the actors who played Lily and James seem like they're older. And even Sirius and Lupin, they were older actors when they started doing Harry Potter. I would love for them to cast younger actors as Harry Potter. And maybe that's just like my age discrepancy. When I saw those movies initially, I was younger, and so those characters just looked older. But even when I'm like at my age right now and I watch those movies, they still seem like they're older. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I would love for them to cast a lot younger people in those roles because that is book appropriate. And that to me makes it more devastating when you have the Lupin, you have the Sirius, you have the James, Snape, and Lily as these 30-year-olds. Well, unfortunately, Lily and James as 20-year-olds when they really died, like 21 when they died, which is even more tragic. I would love to see age appropriate of the Marauder specifically with James or with Snape included in that. I think Adam Driver, although he's one of my favorite actors of all time, I love him so much. I think he's a little too old to play that role. So these are the casting decisions that I think they're making. None of this is really confirmed, so this is just all speculative. But I think it's so fun to talk about this stuff, even speculatively. Try to say that word 5 times fast. It's one of my favorite things to do. So none of this is confirmed, and I don't know whether any of it will be confirmed. But these are just some of my random thoughts on some of the Harry Potter castings. I'm very excited for them to come out with more. I have all sorts of ideas about who they should cast as certain things. They're not going to take my opinion into account at all. Doesn't matter. I just think it's fun to speculate on this stuff. So hopefully more information comes out soon. But let me know what you think about who you think should play Dumbledore or Molly Weasley or any of the characters. Let me know down below. Always like the video. Subscribe for more content on Harry Potter and all sorts of nerd stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.